Raise them or you raise hell. You need to teach your children compassion. You need to teach them love. You need to teach them empathy. You are the signpost. And you know the best way to teach them, it's you. Regardless of what you tell them, what they see you doing is what they emulate. If they see that it's just about you and your family, and you don't care about others, it's no wonder when they grow up, they will exhibit higher levels of selfishness compared to the person that has been raised to care for others in the society other than his immediate family. Let's be intentional. Let's raise them and not raise hell.
She's a ladytgaopex.
Hello my darlings, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, I am your Lady TJ. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when a new video is out. Today you can see the topic, raise them or raise hell. This is a topic that is close to my heart. If you know me, you know how much I simply adore children. I know they don't have to be my children. I simply adore children. I find children adorable. So we're in a gathering and we're discussing, and there was a guy that was talking about his wife's daughter. He said he was helpless and he needed pointers. Obviously, she had this daughter with some other person before he got married to her. Him and his wife have children that are younger than his wife's first child. But he said it is his responsibility to take care of his wife's child because he got married to her. So he said he has no problem footing her bills and being responsible towards the child, because he had settled in his mind before he got married to his wife that that was going to be his responsibility. But he said he is intentional about raising his children. He's intentional about raising them with love, with compassion, and with empathy. And that he is a reference point for his children because he lives an exemplary life. He said when they got married, that the wife's daughter was staying with his mother-in-law, but that because he wanted them to grow up as siblings, he asked that they bring the daughter over to the house to stay with the children. And then he started noticing very odd behavior. He said there is no way to describe his child except to describe her as a hardened child. That even him as a man, her behavior shocks him to the bone marrow. He said he has tried severally to discuss her behavior with his wife. He has always taught his children to show love, compassion, and empathy to not just their immediate family, but to others, to extend such courtesies to others. But that his wife's child is totally different. That even on his own kids, she is very hard. She's always hard on them. He said several times he had discussed with his wife, but she always insists that her daughter would outgrow it. And then her consistent response made him to face the truth. He said he realized that his wife's empathy, her love, and her compassion does not go beyond the family. And he's afraid that probably that's where her daughter got it from. In fact, he said, to use his words, that his stepdaughter does not give a damn about any other person apart from she, her mom, and sometimes her immediate family. He said severally he has sat her down to show compassion to others who are not related to her by blood, but he said it's like pouring water on a waterproof material because she still remains the same. To the extent that when his children's friends come over, he sees that she tries to influence his children to her way of thinking and not show compassion to their friends. That the children have severally come to tell him and their mother, his wives, that anytime they want to extend such courtesies to their friends, their elder sister stops them from doing that. He said he finds it worrisome because he does not want his children to grow up that way, and that he is even more worried because he can see that his wife is that kind of person. So it's not far-fetched why our daughter turned out that way. He said something that struck me. He said as young as she is, she's desensitized to the suffering, to the plight of others, that what she thinks about most times is she. When she is feeling pain, then everybody should understand that she's feeling pain. She doesn't care if others are feeling pain. It does not matter to her. And that ironically, she even says it and says, how does that concern her? That she's not the one that's feeling the pain. And this raises the question, how are you raising your children? What are you teaching them? You see the adults in society that are bad, the adults that are evil, The adults that do all sorts of evil things, they were once children and they are someone's child. Watch your children, see the way they care about others other than their siblings, and this will give you a pointer to who you are raising, to who you have raised. Children did not beg to come into this world. The least you can do is to be intentional about raising them. Most parents are so comfortable teaching their children selfishness without even realizing that's what they are doing. In fact, most of them leave their children with people they will never leave their money or their prized possession with. Nowadays, they leave children unprotected to grow up as they want, yet they protect their jewelry, they protect their money, yet they protect their prized possession. Your children are the most prized possession that you ever have. It is heartbreaking to find out that once innocent children are hardened now, it is heartbreaking to find out that children are becoming hardened in our hands. And we are full of excuses saying, that's the way she is, that's the way he is. See, I agree that not every child will turn out the way you want them to turn out to be. But are you doing your bit? Are you sure you are being intentional? Are you sure you yourself, you are not a hardened person? Are you sure you yourself, you are full of compassion? Are you sure you are full of love? Are you sure you have empathy? Are you sure you are the right example for them? Are you sure your behavior, your character to others is the right example for them to follow? Because you see, they will do what they see you doing, and most often than not, they will not do what you tell them to do. Children live by example. If they grow up in a household where you are rude to people, they will be rude to others. If they grow up in a household where they see you giving a cup of water to somebody, they are likely to grow up giving buckets of water to others. It's because you have shown them what it means to have compassion. If they see you consistently show empathy to others, they'll grow up having empathy. No one was born hardened. Being hardened is a learned behavior. Enough of your excuses. I have told her she doesn't want to listen. I have told him he doesn't want to listen. The truth is, ask yourself, what is that behavior they see you exhibit? Why are you shocked that they're exhibiting that same behavior? Why will you be shocked if you see them tomorrow exhibit that same behavior? And you know something that you learn from the master? You become a grandmaster because you perfect yours. So let them learn love, compassion, empathy from you, from your actions, and not because you told them to. They need to see you exhibit those traits for them to learn them from you. From a young age, be the signpost they need to love others, to show compassion, to have love in their hearts so a stony heart will not be formed. Teach them. You are their signpost. Don't just bring up your children, raise them. I was raised, and so I raise my children. Only tell them to show love and compassion to those who are of the same bloodline with them. No, you are making a big mistake. We have enough hardened people in this world. Don't add your innocent children to it. Be intentional about parenting them. Be intentional about training them. Raise them up to be compassionate. Raise them up to be filled with love. Raise them up to realize that others around them matter. Raise them that it's not all about them, that there are people who are also deserving of love other than themselves. Children are so precious, we don't have a choice than to be intentional in raising them. There are a lot of beautiful words to be associated with children, to be used to describe children. Being hard should not be part of it. Let's be intentional and raise true kings and true queens that will influence their world positively. And as always, I wish you the very best that life has to offer. Bye.